Hello everyone, today we're introducing a knitted blanket, Checkered Rainbow. This blanket is made up of individual motifs. The large size consists of 15 motifs horizontally and 15 vertically. The small size has 9 motifs horizontally and 9 vertically. The knitting method is the same, first knit vertically into strips. Then sew the strips together horizontally using a sewing needle. Each motif is unique. The tutorial includes 21 motifs, numbered 1 through 21, ranging from simple to complex. The large blanket uses 19 of these motifs, while the small blanket uses 11. You can choose your favorite motifs and arrange them freely to create your own unique blanket. For specific yarn color schemes and needle sizes, please refer to the detail page of our product or the paper instructions. Below is a demonstration of the detailed knitting method. Now we'll demonstrate the cast-on technique, specifically the Longtail cast-on method. Take a piece of yarn. Leave a yarn tail 3 times the width of the fabric piece, which is about 36 centimeters here. Spread your left hand index finger and thumb in a V shape. The index finger holds the yarn from the skin. The thumb holds the yarn tail. The ring finger and pinky hold the yarn in place. Hold the needle with your right hand. Place the needle below the yarn. Then pick up the strand on the thumb that's closer to your body. Next, pick up the strand on the index finger. Then draw the needle through the loop formed by the thumb. Release the yarn from the thumb. 2 cast-on stitches are done. Then pick up the strand on the thumb, and the strand on the index finger again. Draw through the loop on the thumb, release the loop, and the 3rd cast-on stitch is done. Repeat picking up the strand on the thumb, and the strand on the index finger. A total of 22 cast-on stitches here. Then the cast-on is complete. Turn over to begin the first row. Next, we'll demonstrate the basic knitting stitches with straight needles, knit stitch and purl stitch, as well as how to read the pattern chart. The knit stitch, also known as the plain stitch, creates a V-shaped pattern represented by vertical lines in the chart. Now we'll demonstrate the method for knitting stitch. Wrap the yarn around the little finger. Hold the yarn tail in place. Hold the right needle in your right hand, insert the right needle from left to right through the loop. Then wrap the yarn upwards over the needle and draw the loop through. Slide the loop off the left needle. 1 stitch completed. Pass through the needle from left to right. Wrap the yarn upwards around the needle. Pick up the loop. The loop on the right needle slides off. Pass through the needle from left to right, wrap the yarn upwards. Pick through the loop. Now let's look at the purl stitch, also known as the reverse stitch, which creates a wavy pattern. The chart uses horizontal lines to represent. Insert the right needle from right to left through the loop, wrap the yarn from top to bottom around the needle, and draw through the loop. Pass through the loop from right to left with the needle. Wrap the yarn from top to bottom. This is the knit stitch. This is the purl stitch. The wrong side of our knit stitch is actually the purl stitch. The wrong side of our purl stitch is actually the knit stitch. Comparing them, it's easy to see that knit and purl stitches correspond to each other. Understanding this helps us learn to read charts. Knitting charts are grid-based and worked from bottom to top. Charts are used to represent pattern variations. Typically, only one of the knit or purl stitches appears, with the other represented by a space. Charts always show the right side. In flat knitting, odd-numbered rows are worked on the right side, and even-numbered rows on the wrong side. During actual knitting, knit stitch positions are worked as purl, and purl stitch positions as knit. Let's demonstrate with an example. When the right side of this piece requires knit stitches, we work purl stitches on the wrong side. We work purl stitches on the wrong side. Its right side will then show knit stitches. Let's see what happens if we work knit stitches on the wrong side. Then our right side would show purl stitches. Now we'll demonstrate the color switching method. So here we need to cut the yarn. Take another color yarn and the yarn tail together, placing them at the back of the fabric. Work the first stitch. When working the second stitch, place both yarn tails above the needle. Then yarn over. Pull through the loop. Then the next stitch. Both yarn tails below the needle. Yarn over. Work the stitch. For the next stitch, place the yarn tails above the needle. Yarn over and work the stitch. For the following stitch, the yarn tails are below the needle. Alternate in this way to hide the yarn tails behind the fabric. Now demonstrate the bind-off method. Knit 1 stitch in the first stitch. Then knit 1 stitch in the second stitch. Then lift the first stitch over, covering the second stitch. Knit 1 stitch in the third stitch. Then lift the second stitch over, covering the third stitch. Knit 1 stitch in the fourth stitch, then lift the third stitch over. Repeat. Work the last stitch. Fasten off the yarn to complete the bind off. Now demonstrate pattern 1. Cast on 22 stitches. Vertical lines represent knit stitches, and blank squares represent purl stitches. Work odd numbered rows on the right side, even numbered rows on the wrong side. The blue box shows one pattern repeat. The border around all 4 sides is worked in knit stitches on both right and wrong sides, with a checkerboard pattern of knit and purl stitches in the middle. Now demonstrate the specific method. Casting on and switching colors were covered in previous tutorials, so we won't demonstrate them again here. Row 1 is worked on the right side. Knit. Row 2 is worked on the wrong side, so for row 2, after turning, we still work knit stitches. Row 3 repeats row 1. Turn. Row 4 repeats row 2. Row 5, first work 3 knit stitches. Then 4 purl stitches. Four knit stitches. Four purl stitches. Four knit stitches. Then the last 3 knit stitches. Row 6 is worked on the wrong side, so work 3 knit stitches corresponding. 4 purl, 4 knit, 4 purl, 4 knit, 3 knit. Work 3 knit stitches. 4 purl stitches. 4 knit stitches. 4 purl stitches. 4 knit stitches. 3 knit stitches. Row 7 is worked on the right side according to the pattern chart. Three knit stitches. 4 purl stitches. 4 knit stitches. 4 purl stitches. 4 knit stitches. 3 knit stitches. 'Row 8 as corresponding. 3 knit stitches. 4 purl stitches. 4 knit stitches. 4 single crochets. 4 knit stitches. 3 knit stitches. Row 9 completes a pattern of 4 squares. Change the order of knit and purl stitches. Three knit stitches. 4 knit stitches. 4 purl stitches. 4 knit stitches. 4 single crochets. 3 purl stitches. The rest will not be demonstrated, please complete according to the chart. Next, demonstrate pattern number 2. The border of pattern number 2 uses the same method, knitting knit stitches on both sides. In the middle section, group 4, knit stitches together, work 3 groups, with purl stitches separating each group. Knit 1 row of purl stitches every 5 rows. Now demonstrate the specific method. First knit 1 row of knit stitches. On the second row, purl on the right side, so we knit stitches on the wrong side. On the third row, knit stitches on the right side. On the fourth row, knit 1 row of knit stitches on the wrong side. Starting from the fifth row, change the pattern, 3 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 4 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 4 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 4 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 3 knit stitches, 3 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 4 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, four knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 4 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 3 knit stitches. On the 6th row, knit 3 knit stitches on the wrong side, 1 knit stitch, 4 purl stitches, 1 knit stitch, 4 purl stitches, 1 knit stitch, 4 purl stitches, 1 knit stitch, 3 knit stitches, 3 knit stitches, 1 knit stitch, 4 purl stitches, 1 knit stitch, 4 purl stitches, 1 knit stitch, 4 purl stitches, 1 knit stitch, the last 3 knit stitches. The 7th row is identical to the 5th row. Knit the entire 8th row purl, and we'll knit the entire right side row on the wrong side. Repeat the 5th row for the 9th row. The following rows are all repeats with the same technique. Please complete them on your own. Next, we'll demonstrate pattern 3. The border of pattern 3 uses the same method, with 3 diamond blocks made of knit stitches in the middle. Below is the specific technique. Rows 1 to 4 are all knit stitches on both sides. Refer to pattern 1 for details. For row 5, knit 1 row of knit stitches. Then make another twisted stitch increase. Pick up the strand between 2 stitches with the right needle. Place it onto the left needle, then pass the right needle through the loop from right to left. Wrap the yarn from bottom to top. Pull through the loop to complete the twisted stitch increase, then continue knitting knit stitches until the end of the row. Next, knit row 6, which is worked on the wrong side. We should knit 3 knit stitches, 3 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 4 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 4 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 3 knit stitches, 3 knit stitches, 3 knit stitches. 3 knit stitches. 1 purl stitch. 4 knit stitches. 1 purl stitch. 4 knit stitches. 1 purl stitch. 3 knit stitches. 3 knit stitches. Next, knit row 7, which is worked on the right side. 3 knit stitches, 2 purl stitches, 1 knit stitch, 1 purl stitch, 1 knit stitch, 3 purl stitches, 1 knit stitch, 3 purl stitches, 1 knit stitch, 1 purl stitch, 1 knit stitch, 2 purl stitches, 3 knit stitches, 3 knit stitches, 2 purl stitches, 1 knit stitch, 1 purl stitch, 1 knit stitch, 3 purl stitches, 1 knit stitch, 3 purl stitches, 1 knit stitch, 1 purl stitch, 1 knit stitch, 2 purl stitches, 3 knit stitches. On the 8th row, work on the wrong side, 5 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 1 knit stitch, 1 purl stitch, 3 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 3 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 1 knit stitch, 1 purl stitch, 5 knit stitches, 5 knit stitches. One purl stitch, 1 knit stitch, 1 purl stitch, 3 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 3 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 1 knit stitch, 1 purl stitch, 5 knit stitches. Now work the 7th row. According to the chart, the first 3 stitches are knit. Purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit. Last 2 purl stitches. Knit, purl, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, last 3 knit stitches. The following pattern is identical to the previous part. Please complete the knitting according to the chart. Now we'll demonstrate the bind-off method. We're currently on row 29. Knit 10 stitches. Then bind off, pass the needle through 2 loops from right to left. Then knit 1 stitch. 1 bind off completed. Continue knitting knit stitches. Row 30 is all knit stitches. The rest is omitted. Please complete it yourself. Below is also pattern 4. The border of pattern 4 is identical. The middle is made of bubble stitch pattern worked over 3 rows. Now we'll demonstrate the specific method. Rows 1 to 4 are all knit stitches on both right side and wrong side. Refer to pattern 1 for the specific method. Row 5 is all knit stitches. Between stitch 11 and 12, make a twisted increase. Knit 11 stitches first. Now we'll demonstrate the twisted increase method. Insert the right needle into the strand between stitches, pick it up onto the left needle. Pass the right needle through the loop from right to left. Wrap the yarn around the needle from bottom to top. Pull through the loop. 1 twisted increase completed. Continue knitting knit stitches afterward. Row 6 is all knit stitches on the wrong side. Row 7, knit the first 3 and last 3 stitches, purl the middle stitches. Knit 3 stitches. Purl the middle stitches. Knit the last 3 stitches. Row 8 is all knit stitches on the wrong side. Row 9, we'll begin the bubble stitch variation, that slips 3 rows. First, knit 3 stitches, purl 2 stitches. Knit 3 stitches. Purl 2 stitches. Now we'll demonstrate the bubble stitch that slips 3 rows. Insert the hook into the stitch 3 rows up from the top. Wrap the yarn around the needle. Knit 1 stitch. Pull the yarn longer. Make it as tall as 3 rows, then bring the yarn to the front of the needle. Hold the yarn. Insert the hook into the stitch that was slipped 3 rows ago. Yarn over from below. Pick up the loop. Now there are 3 loops on the right needle, then drop the loop off the left needle. Continue with 5 purl stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now knit the second bubble stitch with 3 slipped stitches. Counting down from the top on the right needle, insert the hook into the third stitch. Yarn over from below. Then pick up the loop. Bring the yarn to the front. Yarn over. Right needle, insert into the third stitch counting down. Then from below. Yarn over the hook. Knit 1 stitch. There are 3 loops on the needle. Slip the loop off the left needle. Continue with 5 purl stitches. Now knit the third bubble stitch with 3 slipped rows. Insert the right needle into the third stitch from below. Knit 1 stitch. Bring the yarn to the front of the needle, yarn over. Insert into the third stitch again. Yarn over from below. Pull the yarn through. Now there are 3 loops on the needle. Slip the loop off the left needle. Then knit 2 purl stitches. Then knit 3 stitches. Now work on the 10th row. The first 3 are knit stitches. Knit 2 more stitches. Then purl into the 3 loops of the bubble stitch where you slipped 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Then continue with 5 knit stitches. Then purl 3 stitches into the 3 loops of the second bubble stitch, where you slipped 3 stitches. 1, 3. Row. Then continue with 5 knit stitches. Then into the 3 loops of the bubble stitch where you slipped 3 stitches. Purl 3 stitches. Then continue with 2 knit stitches. Finally knit 3 stitches. Now work on the 11th row. Three knit stitches. Then work 2 single crochets. Work the last row of the bubble stitch for the slipped 3 rows. Make a decrease of 3 stitches together. Insert the right needle from left to right through the first 2 loops, then thread the needle through the third loop. Knit 1 stitch. Then pass the first 2 loops over the third loop to complete the bubble stitch for the slipped 3 rows. Then purl 5 stitches. Insert the right needle from left to right through the first 2 loops. Then thread the needle through the third loop. Knit 1 stitch. Then pass the first 2 loops over the third loop. The second bubble stitch is done. Then purl 5 stitches. Insert the right needle through the first 2 loops. Then thread the needle through the third loop. Knit 1 stitch. Then pass the first 2 loops over, covering the third loop. The third bubble stitch is done. Then purl 2 stitches. Knit 3 stitches. The following method is the same as before, please complete according to the chart. Now demonstrate pattern 5. The border of pattern 5 is crocheted the same way, with 3D bobble balls made of bobble stitches in the middle. Rows 1-4 are knit on both right and wrong sides, refer to pattern 1 for specific method. Row 5, knit 1 row of knit stitches, make a twisted increase between stitch 11 and 12. First knit 11 stitches. For the twisted increase, pick up the strand between 2 stitches. Place it on the left needle, then insert the right needle through the loop from right to left, yarn over upwards. Pull through the loop. Continue knitting 11 stitches. Row 6, work on the wrong side. Knit the first 3 and last 3 stitches, purl the middle stitches. First knit 3 stitches. Purl the middle stitches. Knit the last 3 stitches. Row 7, 3 knit stitches, 2 knit stitches, 1 bobble stitch, then 5 knit stitches, 1 bobble stitch, 5 knit stitches, 1 bobble stitch, 2 knit stitches, 3 knit stitches. Knit 3 stitches first. 1, 2, 3. 2 knit stitches. Now we demonstrate the method of making a bobble stitch. To make a bobble stitch, we use a crochet hook. Insert the hook into this loop. Pull the loop through with the hook, yarn over on the hook and pull through the loop. Yarn over on the hook, pull through the loop. Yarn over on the hook, pull through the loop. Make 3 chain stitches, then yarn over on the hook. Insert into the first stitch. Yarn over on the hook and pull through the loop. Yarn over on the hook and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over on the hook. Insert into the first stitch. Yarn over on the hook and pull through the loop. Yarn over on the hook and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over on the hook and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. 1 bobble stitch is completed. We put it back onto the straight needle. Continue knitting 5 stitches. Then we make a bobble stitch in this stitch. Insert the hook into the loop. Make 3 chain stitches. Then yarn over on the hook. Insert into the first stitch. Yarn over on the hook and pull through the loop. Make an incomplete double crochet. Yarn over on the hook and insert into the first stitch. Pull through the loop. Yarn over on the hook. Pull through 2 loops. Make the second incomplete double crochet. Yarn over on the hook. Pull through all 3 loops. Put the loop back onto the straight needle. Continue knitting 5 stitches. Insert the hook into this stitch. Yarn over and pull through the loop. Make 3 chain stitches. 1 incomplete double crochet. Make another incomplete double crochet, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, 1 bobble stitch completed, put it back onto the straight needle. Continue knitting 2 stitches. 3 stitches. The following method is the same as before, please complete it on your own. Next, demonstrate pattern number 6. The border of pattern 6 is made the same way, with a heart shape in the middle formed by bobble stitches. Below is the specific method. The first 4 rows are the same as pattern 1. Knit 1 row of stitches for the 5th row, and make a twisted stitch increase between the 11th and 12th stitches. Knit 11 stitches first. Pick up the strand between 2 stitches with the right needle. Place it onto the left needle. Pass the right needle through the loop from right to left. Yarn over. Pull through the loop, 1 twisted stitch increase completed. Continue knitting stitches afterward. For the 6th row, the first 3 and last 3 stitches are knit stitches, the middle ones are purl stitches. Three knit stitches. Then knit purl stitches in the middle. Last 3 knit stitches. On the 7th row, work on the right side, 4 knit stitches, 2 purl stitches, 11 knit stitches, 2 purl stitches, 4 knit stitches. Four knit stitches. 2 purl stitches. 11 knit stitches. Two purl stitches. 4 knit stitches. On the 8th row, work on the wrong side, 3 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch, 1 knit stitch, 13 purl stitches, 1 knit stitch, 1 purl stitch, 3 knit stitches. First 3 stitches are knit stitches. The 4th stitch is a purl stitch. The 5th stitch is a knit stitch. Then keep purling in the middle. The 5th to last stitch is a knit stitch. The 4th to last stitch is a purl stitch. Last 3 stitches are knit stitches. On the 9th row, work a row of knit stitches on the right side. On the 10th row, work on the wrong side, first 3 knit stitches, last 3 knit stitches, purl in the middle. Please follow the chart for your own crocheting. Now demonstrate the 11th row, a full row of knit stitches with a bobble stitch in the middle position. First work 11 knit stitches. At the 12th stitch position, we work a bobble stitch. Insert the hook into the 12th stitch. Yarn over the hook and pull through a loop. Chain 1. Yarn over and pull through a loop. 2 chains. 3 chains, yarn over the hook. Pass through the 12th stitch. Wrap the yarn around the hook. Pull through a loop. Wrap the yarn around the hook. Pull through 2 loops. This is an incomplete double crochet. Wrap the yarn around the hook. Insert the hook into the 12th stitch again. Wrap the yarn around the hook. Pull through a loop. Wrap the yarn around the hook. Pull through 2 loops. An incomplete double crochet. Wrap the yarn around the hook and pull through 3 loops. 1 bobble stitch completed. Transfer the loop back to the right hand needle. Continue crocheting in the front side. On the 12th row, wrong side, work the same as the 6th row, 11th row, 9 knit stitches, 1 bobble stitch, 1 purl stitch, 1 knit stitch, 1 purl stitch, 1 bobble stitch, 9 knit stitches. Make a bobble stitch at the 10th stitch position. Work 3 chain stitches. Then 2 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over and pull through 3 loops at once. Transfer the loop back to the needle. The 11th stitch is a purl stitch. The 12th stitch is a knit stitch. The 13th stitch is a purl stitch. Make a bobble stitch on the 14th stitch. Three chain stitches. Then 2 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over and pull through 3 loops at once, 1 bobble stitch completed, transfer the loop back to the needle. Continue knitting knit stitches. The following method is the same as before, please complete according to the chart. The following demonstrates pattern number 7. The border of pattern number 7 is made the same way, with a star pattern formed by yarn overs and clusters in the center. The following demonstrates the specific method. Rows 1 to 4 are knit stitches on both right and wrong sides. Refer to pattern number 1 for details. Row 5 is a row of knit stitches, with a twisted stitch increase between the 11th and 12th stitches, method as in pattern number 3. Now working on row 7, which is worked on the right side, 5 knit stitches, 1 left leaning decrease, 1 yarn over, 9 knit stitches, 1 yarn over, 1 right leaning decrease, 5 knit stitches. First knit 5 stitches. Insert the hook into both loops from left to right. Then knit 1 stitch. 1 left leaning decrease completed, then yarn over, 1 yarn over completed. Then knit 9 stitches. Then 1 yarn over, yarn from back to front around the needle, then 1 right leaning decrease, pick up 1 loop. Then in the next stitch, knit 1 stitch. Then take the loop just picked up, cover this stitch. Then continue knitting 5 knit stitches. Row 8 is worked on the wrong side, knit the first 3 stitches, knit the last 3 stitches, purl the middle stitches. First knit 3 stitches. Purl the middle stitches. Knit the last 3 stitches. Next work row 9, which starts with 4 knit stitches. 1 left leaning decrease, 1 yarn over. 1 knit stitch, 1 yarn over, 1 right leaning decrease. 5 knit stitches. 1 left leaning decrease, 1 yarn over, 1 knit stitch, 1 yarn over, 1 right leaning decrease, 4 knit stitches. First knit 4 stitches. One left leaning decrease, insert the hook into 2 loops from left to right. Then knit 1 stitch. Then bring the yarn to the front of the needle, yarn over. Then knit 1 stitch. Bring the yarn to the front of the needle, yarn over. 1 right leaning decrease, pick up 1 loop, then knit 1 stitch in the next stitch. Then take the loop you just picked up. Cover this stitch. Then knit 5 stitches. One left leaning decrease, insert the hook into 2 loops from left to right, knit 1 stitch. Then bring the yarn to the front of the needle, yarn over. Then knit 1 stitch. Then bring the yarn to the front again, yarn over. 1 right leaning decrease, pick up 1 loop, then knit 1 stitch in the next stitch. Then take the loop you just picked up. Cover this stitch. Knit 4 stitches. Row 10 is identical to row 8, knit 3 stitches at the beginning and end, purl the middle stitches. Knit 6 stitches, yarn over. 1 right leaning decrease, knit 2 stitches, yarn over, knit 3 together, yarn over. Knit 2 stitches, 1 left leaning decrease. Yarn over. Knit 6 stitches. First knit 6 stitches. Yarn over. 1 right leaning decrease, pick up 1 loop without knitting, then insert the hook into the next stitch and knit 1 stitch. Then pick up the loop you just skipped, and cover the next stitch. Then knit 2 stitches. Yarn over, knit 3 together, pick up 2 loops on the right needle without knitting. Insert the hook into the third loop and knit 1 stitch. Then pick up the first 2 loops and cover the third loop. Knit 3 together completed. Yarn over. Knit 2 stitches. 1 left leaning decrease, insert the hook through both loops. Yarn over, knit 1 stitch. Yarn over. Knit 6 stitches. The back is worked the same as the front, please complete it on your own. Next, demonstrate pattern 8. The border of pattern 8 is worked the same way, with a V-shaped pattern made of decreases and yarn overs in the middle. This small flower is a fabric piece, embroidered onto the work using a rolled hem stitch after completion. Next, demonstrate the specific method, rows 1 to 4 worked knit stitch on both right and wrong sides. Refer to pattern 1 for details. Row 5, work 1 row of knit stitches, with a twisted stitch increase between stitches 11 and 12. Refer to pattern 3 for details. Next, demonstrate row 7. Row 7, knit 9 stitches, 1 left leaning decrease, yarn over, knit 1 stitch, yarn over, 1 right leaning decrease, knit 9 stitches. Knit 9 stitches. One left leaning decrease, insert the needle through both loops from left to right. Yarn over, knit 1 stitch. Decrease 2 stitches into 1. The left stitch stays on top, then bring the yarn to the front of the needle. Complete the yarn over. Continue knitting the next stitch. Bring the yarn to the front again. Yarn over, then 1 right leaning decrease. Slip 1 stitch with the right needle without working it. Insert the hook into the next loop and knit 1 stitch. Lift the first slipped stitch over the second stitch, decreasing 2 into 1 with the right stitch on top. Continue knitting the remaining stitches. On the 8th row, knit the first 3 and last 3 stitches, purl the middle ones. 3 knit stitches. Purl the middle section. Last 3 knit stitches. 9th row, 8 knit stitches, 1 left leaning decrease, 1 yarn over, 3 knit stitches, 1 yarn over, 1 right leaning decrease, 8 knit stitches. 8 knit stitches. Left leaning decrease. Insert the needle from left to right through 2 loops. Knit 1 stitch. Bring yarn to the front for a yarn over. Then knit 3 stitches. Then bring yarn to the front for a yarn over, skip 1 loop without knitting for a right leaning decrease. Knit 1 stitch in the next stitch. Then pick up the skipped loop, covering the next stitch. Then knit the rest. The following part is identical to the previous section, please complete it according to the chart. Now demonstrate this flowers making method. Thread the yarn through the sewing needle first. Hide a thread segment on the wrong side. Find the center position to insert the hook. Pull the yarn through. Then place the needle at the exit position, and wrap the yarn clockwise around the needle 5 times. Then gently hold the 5 loops. Pull out the needle. Then insert the needle from the top. Exit through the center position. Place the needle close to the exit position. Wrap 5 loops around the needle. Pull out the needle. Then insert the needle at the upper right position. Then exit through the center position, and using the same method, place the needle close to the exit position, and wrap the yarn 5 times around the needle. Then pull out the needle. Then insert the needle at the lower right position. Exit through the center position again. Wrap the yarn using the same method. Pull out the needle. Insert the needle at the lower left position. Exit again. Using the same method, wrap the yarn around the needle. Pull out the needle. Then insert the hook at the upper left position. We've completed 5 and a half simple small flowers, then hide the yarn tails on the wrong side.